How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews, back with a little bit of mystery beers, courtesy of my boy Steven. Let's crack in this sucker, see what he's got. Glass, we'll need one of those. Anyway, if you don't know what mystery beers are, that's weird. And we'll be diving into this one, which I'm going to tell you right now is a stout. Yeah, look at that sucker pouring out thick and black. It could be a porter, could be sour, like a sour dark beer. It could be a Cascadian dark ale. That's why we don't jump the gun super often. But we'll see what's what. I mean, as far as this looks from a distance, it's got that kind of milk porter, milk stout kind of vibe. The way the head's coming off, that super tight compact bubbles with those little bit of kind of neurotic big ones kind of floating around there. It's got this rich ruby kind of hue to it. Yeah, I mean, it looks the part of a stout or a porter. That's basically what we said the whole time already. Label-wise, love it. Thinly veiled mystery beers. Kind of almost can see the label, but can't really. Makes me kind of like it even more. And yeah, look at that. Rich, dark. Let's see what the nose has. Get a little bit more about this sucker in a sec. What is that? What is that? My little microphone here bothered me. Sorry for the whatevers. What is that? What is that? It's cherry, but it's almost like a it's an adjunct. Is it just cherry? Because it's not coming off like a spirited beer. It's coming off more forward, nothing too heavy. So I almost want to go like a cherry porter on this one. There's something to it, like almost like a marzipan-y cherry. So there's a sweetness to it. So that milk stout could be coming through. There could be a lactose component. There could be that kind of cherry fruited component to it. I mean, other than that, it is a porter or stout. I don't believe it's super high ABV based off of the nose, and I believe there is lactose. And I believe there's something else added to it that's coming off very, very, very cherry-like to me. Let's see if we can get a taste, or figure out what it is by the taste. Long week. Cheers. There's a decent amount of bitterness coming off of this. Nothing too crazy, but knee-jerk makes me want to think it's a Russian Imperial Stout. Now, that being said, I don't think this is high in ABV. This is a tough one. So I don't think it's milk stout now. I don't get that cherry as big as I do in the nose. That leads me to that kind of Russian Imperial Stout on the nose, but not really in the taste. But the bittering in the taste leads me down to Russian Imperial Stout, but the ABV doesn't seem all that big. This is a toughie. There's a really nice soft mouthfeel to it. Decent carbonation. Okay. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? A heavily oated stout, not imperial. Heavily oated 6 and change stout. I should just stick by my guns and say cherry. Some kind of cherry component added to it. It doesn't come through with the taste, but it's so robust on the nose. I want to say it's there, but I think I'm going to be wrong, so we're just going to put it out there anyway. So what did I say? 6.2? 6.8? Around there. Heavily oated. Almost like an oatmeal stout. With cherries. It's not cherried, but I gotta say it. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, I liked it. Let's put it this way. I think this is really delicious. I think it's tasty, and I think it's chuggable. If it comes in at the 6%, I think it is, or something a little bit lower, then I think this is going to be a super chugger. Well, let's see what we got going on here. A Newport beer, okay. And what we have here is porridge. It's an oatmeal milk stout at 6%. Okay. So, yeah. I ditched the lactose because I believed I was getting a bulk of that kind of lactose vibe from oats. That's why I ended up going heavily oated. They're talking about an oatmeal milk stout here. I'm really hard pressed to find that addition here because I think you can get here with lactose, but I can definitely get here with just oats. When you combine them both together, I I'm not saying they're not in there, but it has to be a very small portion of oats and a very small dollop of lactose. The cherry thing, like I said, I wasn't quite sure about that. It was exuded cherry on the nose. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's not really... Yeah, it just gave me so much cherry on the nose. But it wasn't really there in the taste. So I'm okay saying that. I kind of just wanted to say it because it was so prevalent. But I'm okay with it not being there because I do get that from really what I would deem well-made kind of darker beers. 6%, spot on, oatmeal, ABV, whiffed on the lactose, even though, I think that's more the labeling being an issue than my perception, and the cherry thing was just, something that tumbled out of my mouth. We're talking about, this is, oh shit, it's exactly a month old. You want to know how I know that? And usually I don't know because I don't know the date. Today is Leap Day. So this is canned on January 29th, and it's exactly a month old. This is really good, really tasty. I really enjoy this. Probably some of the better lower ABV stouts. And here's the thing. I believe I might have had this before. I believe Stephen, who actually gave this to me, beer mailed this to me, I believe when we met in real life, IRL, when I came back from Vermont from the Hill Farmstead Festival Farmhouse Sales, we stopped at New Park. We hooked up, had a beer real quick, and exchanged some beers. I think this might have been on draft, and I think I had it there, and I remember enjoying it quite a bit. You're talking about a 6%, oatmeal milk stout. That in and of itself, if it's done really well, is a great thing. When you add that added component of that cherry that I love so much when it comes to these beers, in conjunction with it being a lower ABV beer and being that nicely kind of softly dealt kind of lactose and oat, it's probably one of the better. Let's cut to that chase, actually. We have a segment for that. Is this one of the better oatmeal stouts that I've had as of late? We can even go lower ABV stouts. Let's open up that kind of door and make it a wider berth. Yes. Probably one of the better lower ABV, sub 8% kind of stouts I've had in quite some time. Really delicious. Mouth feels fantastic. Zero of that bittering astringency I tend to get in these lower ABV darker beers. Absolutely fantastic. Value and availability. I don't know New Park's pricing, but I think I remember not being too poopy. Let me know what's what, anybody out there, Steven or anybody else, and leave you with, if you like what we like this, if you like stouts, if you like just basic old school stouts, but you want a little bit of new school twists, you like sultry mouthfeels, you like that cherry kind of component you can get from stouts from time to time without having cherry added, you're going to love this. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive. Want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice little oatmeal stout, a New Park beer, or a mystery beer right now. And hope to see you next time. Cheers.